Hello and welcome to UMass Philosophy 110, Introduction to Logic. In this video, I'll be talking about the course, going over the syllabus, and showing you how to use the website. Glad you're interested in this class. It should be a fun semester. If you found this video, you've probably already found the website, but in case you're looking at this on YouTube, the website is logic.umasscreate.net. So logic.umasscreate, UMassCreate is all one word, .net. So I'm using a special website for this class because there were certain things I couldn't do in something like Moodle. So I had to design and create my own website, especially for the online homework. And it's a little bit, takes some to get used to, but shouldn't be too hard to use. I'll make the font bigger so you can actually read this in the video. Logic.umasscreate.net. So the front page of the website is the syllabus. So if you were to print this page, it actually looks a lot like a syllabus. You see it formatted like a syllabus if you tell it to print. I'm Professor Clement. You can call me Professor Clement. If you need to contact me, my email address is on the website here, clement.umass.edu. That's the best way to get a hold of me. So let's start by going over the syllabus. So this is an introduction to symbolic logic. We're covering two kinds of logic, sentential and predicate logic. I understand you don't know what those mean yet, but we'll be talking about ways of representing arguments and reasoning that you can use not just for philosophy, but for any subject matter. Now it's going to be a lot like a math class. We're going to be using symbols to represent elements of logical form. And we're going to be doing calculations with those symbols. And the way it comes across is a lot like a math class. So I want you to be forewarned about this. If math is tricky for you, be prepared to devote extra time to this class. I don't want you to get into this class not knowing that it's going to be more like a math class than the kind of philosophy class where you just sit and think deep thoughts. That's not the kind of class this is. It's much more like a math class. We'll be doing homework exercises that are a lot like math exercises. It's an analytic reasoning R2 class. So right now, here's the plan. The plan is to teach this class using pre-recorded lectures. So I'm recording my lectures and putting them on the website. There's a section on the website for lecture notes. If you click into lecture notes, you'll see that every so on in the lecture notes, there's a video. So here's the first one. The video is the lecture, you going over the material up until you get to the next video. So if you keep going down far enough, you'll see another video. That's the next lecture. So I'm planning on putting my lectures up on the website along inside the online lecture notes. And you can follow along in the lecture notes while you watch the video, or you can just go through the lecture notes yourself. I don't care if you actually watch the video, as long as you understand the material. This is a class you learn best by doing. It's not a class you learn really by listening to someone else. You have to do the material yourself. It's like a math class. Doing problems is how you learn the material. So if you can do the problems, it's okay if you don't watch the videos. It's okay if you don't go over everything. If you can read the textbook and understand, if you can go over the lecture notes and understand, that's really the important thing. If you need the videos, they're there. And I'm planning on, in addition to the online videos, I'm planning on doing a Zoom session live once per week. And it'll be during our scheduled time. This class would have met if it were an online class, so it would be in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The moment I'm thinking of Tuesday mornings, maybe from 9 to 9:45, I'll do a Q&A session on Zoom. And I'll be setting up the links for those ahead of time, but those will be roughly about once a week. That way you can ask questions and get help with particular problems, watch me do things on Zoom, in addition to just watching the videos that I'm posting on the online lecture notes. So already seeing the lecture notes, they're interactive. You'll see me, if you watch the videos, interact with the lecture notes. You can work through problems as you go through the lecture notes. The textbook for this course is Gary Hardegree's Symbolic Logic, a first course. You can download the text from the website. If you go to his website, if you click on this link here, you can download it chapter by chapter. If you log into our website, you can also download the entire book as one PDF. Let's talk about requirements and grading for the course. So the course, your grade is a score out of 400. And the way we get this score out of 400 is by 6 scores. You take your best 4 of those 6 scores. So these are the 6 scores. There's 5 exam scores, Unit 1 exam, Unit 2 exam. There are 3 Unit 3 exams, Exam A, Exam B, and Exam C for Unit 3. So there are 5 exam scores, each of which is worth a maximum of 100 points. And then there's points you can learn by doing the online exercises, the credit exercises on the website. That's also a score out of 100. So we take your 4 best of these 6 scores, the 5 exam scores and the online credit exercises. That'll give you a score out of 400. And the grade scale is over here on the right. Now this is not a standard grade scale. It goes by 5% increments. So 95% and above is an A, 90% and above is an A minus, 85% or above is a B plus, 80% or above is a B, 75% or above is a B minus. It's actually a fairly generous grade scale everywhere except to get a full A, you need the full 95%. So you see how that works if you think about the 4 best scores out of 100. So 95% out of 400 is 380, that's what you need to get an A. 75% out of 400 is 300, that's what you need to get a B minus. So you see how that goes. You need 200 points to get a passing grade of a D, that's half the points out of 400. So your 2 lowest scores are dropped, so that means you can either not take 2 of the exams, or you can use the last 2 exams, Unit 3, Exam B, and Exam 3, to replace 2 of your earlier scores. So you don't do as well as you like on Unit 2 exam. You can say, I'm going to drop this score by doing better on Unit 3 Exam B and Unit 3 Exam C. There's no risk in taking all 5 of the exams, so you don't have to take all 5 of the exams. So we're doing Unit 1 exam at the end of Unit 1, Unit 2 exam at the end of Unit 2, Unit 3 exam A at the end of Unit 3, and Unit 3 exams B and C are during the final exam period. And you can use those to make up 2 of your earlier scores. Missed exam counts as 0 points. You may elect not to take the last 2 exams if you're happy with your grade after just taking the first 3 exams and doing the online credit exercises. That's up to you. If you're happy with your score, then you can just skip those last 2 exams. If you're not, then I would take those last 2 exams, use those scores to make up for scores that you're not happy with, so on. Talking more about the homework exercises in a bit, let me jump down to academic honesty. So academic honesty is not cheating or plagiarizing. There's more details about that in the University Academic Regulations document. There's a link to that here. But don't cheat, don't plagiarize. If you do, you'll get an F in the course. I want to hear if anyone has a disability who requires special accommodations regarding exams or note-taking. Please get in touch with Disability Services and have them contact me, and also get in contact with me yourself. Finally, here's the schedule. So the schedule is broken down by day. So I'm going to try to make the schedule work the way it would work if we were doing an in-class, if we were meeting in class. So we'll have days where we're just going over material. You'll see the chapter and sections of the textbook that we're covering on certain days, and the homework exercises that I recommend that you do in those days. And then certain days that were set aside for the exam, that's when the exam is due. The exam will be due, first exam, Thursday, September 17th. The exam will be due by, the exam you take online, but it'll be due by the time that the class would have ended if we were having an in-person exam. So I think that this class would have gone to 9:45. So 9:45 on Thursday, September 17th, that's the time you have to finish the Unit 1 exam. And then we'll see how that goes through the end of the semester. So now I want to talk more about the website, how to use the website to do the online exercises. So if you want to use the website, you've got to log in. And you log in by clicking the login link, which is in the upper right corner. You can't see that right now because I think my video of me is blocking it. But if you click on log in, it takes you to Moodle, where you log into Moodle. If you log into Moodle, it should automatically redirect you back to the website. If it doesn't automatically redirect you, you'll see Moodle, and you just click log into Philosophy 110 website. And you shouldn't have to do that. It should automatically do that for you. But if it doesn't, click log into Philosophy 110 website. Now you'll see it's logged in as my name. There are a few different things when you're logged in. When you're logged in, you can download the 4th edition of the textbook as one document. And more importantly, if you go to the exercises page, so if you click exercises at the top of the website, it'll take you to the exercises page. Now, there are 3 different kinds of exercises. The ones that just say exercise 1A, those are textbook exercises. You'll also find those exercises in the textbook itself. If you open the textbook, you can find the exact same exercises. And if you look a few pages later, it actually has answers to these exercises. Exercises from the textbook are there just for practice. They're not there to affect your grade. You don't have to do them for your grade, but you should do as many of them as you can just to practice. And if you're on the website and you're logged in on the homework exercises page, it'll show you your progress through each of the exercises. If you click on one of the exercises, it'll take you to that exercise. And the way this works on the website is you just answer the question. So the first one is true and false. And every valid argument, the premises are all true. That's false. I'm going to click false here. You'll see it either will turn green if you get it right, or it'll turn red if you get it wrong. And you can just keep doing it until you get it right. You'll see below it says status. You want to look at the status there to see if it's saved or not. You want to make sure that all of your homework is saved. Make sure you check that status and make sure that it's saved. If there was an error connecting with the server, or if you weren't logged in, it wouldn't say save there. But you want to make sure all your homework is saved. So you do as many of these as you can. And when you're done, it'll tell you you're done, and it'll take you back to the exercises page. And now you'll see that it'll show you your progress through that exercise. So there are 3 kinds of exercises. There are exercise sets 1A, 1B, 1C. Those aren't worth points for your grade, but they're there for practice. Now, we do as many of them as you can. Then there are the credit exercises. There are 10 credit exercises. Those are due by the time of the next exam. So the first exam is when the first set of credit exercises, the first 3 are due. The ones for Unit 1 are all due by the time of the first exam. And they look just like the other exercises, except that the points actually matter. They'll actually count towards your grade. Every set of credit exercises is due so I see now I should have a point. Actually, I missed 2 of them to get a point. Now it shows that I have 2 points for credit exercises 1.1. Or it says I've earned 1 out of 10 points. I've finished 2 out of 20 problems, 1 out of 10 points. So those points, since there are 10 credit exercises and they're each worth up to 10 points, you earn a score out of up to 100. Now it tells you whether the answers are right or wrong. Now they're not all multiple choice like this, so it's not just a matter of clicking until you get it right for most of them. But you can keep doing them until you get them right. So there should be no reason not to earn full points for the credit exercises. When the exams are ready, they're not ready yet, you'll be logging in doing the exams through the website as well. And you'll be accessed to that through the syllabus page. There'll be a section up here right at the top of the page for online exams. And you'll log in and you'll do them. Now, they won't turn green or red when you do the online exams. So it won't tell you whether you get them right. But it will show you whether they're saved or not. You want to make sure all your answers are saved. You don't need to submit your exercises. You just log in, you do as many as you can, and it should automatically, it saves every question by question. Just make sure the status says that it's saved. If it's unanswered, obviously you're not going to get credit for it. If it says that it's correct or incorrect, but it doesn't say saved, you're not going to get credit for it. So just make sure it says that your question is saved, and you'll get credit for that question. You can leave these and come back to them anytime you want, and that's how you earn points for the credit exercises. The online exams will be very similar, except they won't turn green or red. All right? So we'll see more about, you see how we have mathematical notation here that gives you a sense of the kind of thing you'll be seeing. Of course, I'll be teaching you what this all means as we go through. So that's how you use the website. Email me with any questions, and we'll have our first Q&A session in about a week, where you'll be able to ask any questions you want. You can also look at your grades on the website. Right now, there's not any grades to see. Well, I've earned 1 point for the credit exercises, but eventually you'll be able to look at your grades from the website as well. All right, I'm going to log out, and I'll be talking to you in the Q&A session in about a week. Thanks.